Welcome back to What's Good with Good, where I, Sydney Good, talk about things that matter to me and also plan on trying new things and basically going from there. I really don't know exactly where this channel is going to take me, but who knows? Just stick around and see. But on that note, today I want to talk about friendships. I had a great childhood to some extent, I guess, but in my childhood growing up, I came across some amazing individuals. One in particular, his name is David Michael Bradley. David Michael Bradley, man, that was my homeboy. Like, I've known that guy since we were two and a half. We went to a private Christian school and we learned a lot of things and was always outside and playing different sports. And I just enjoyed my time, growing that friendship with him. But yeah, well, let me get into more about David. Well, David was a kid who was extremely athletic. He wasn't the fastest, but he was super smooth. He was like Luka Doncic, like how he plays. He's not the fastest on the court, but he always finds a way to get stuff done, and that's how David was when it came to basketball, baseball, or football. He was just a beast. He was also a great friend. Um, I learned a lot from David, and I'm still learning from that guy. He's amazing. Um, we used to be so close. I mean, we did everything together. I mean, as kids, being young and dumb, I mean, we used to pee in the same toilet. I mean, sleep in the same bed. I mean, we were brothers. That's the relationship that he and I had. I really don't have any memories from when we were like 2.5, 3 years old. I mean, I'm 33 now, so that was over 30 years ago. But yeah, I mean, some of my early memories of him was when we had bike day in preschool, and he came to school with this bike, and he had his training wheels on still, and we were just having a good time riding around. But that's my earliest memory of him. After that, I would say we had some memories playing on the playground and when we were in like kindergarten and stuff, and him showing me how to climb up on the monkey bars and stuff. Man, I learned so much. And then he always had like the greatest toys for like teacher work days and stuff. He would always share. He made you know, everybody around him happy. So like fast forward until we were like 8 years old. It was like 1996, and that was the first year that I played um, football, basketball, and baseball all in the same year. And that year was the first year I was able to like spend the night over people's houses. So the first house I ever spent the night over was his, and he had a birthday party that year, and his mom Cindy, I mean, she was the best too. She threw one hell of a party, but from that point on, it was like me and David were like inseparable. like like the majority of my first, like, I guess, experiences with a lot of things came with being around David. Like, I went fishing for the first time with David. Went to a haunted house for the first time with David. Went to the beach for the first time with David. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more first, but there's some things I don't want to talk about on here. But yeah, David had like all the new toys, all the new video game systems, all the new batting equipment, football equipment. Man, we would sit there and play football in the field beside his house at school, and he would bring like the flags and stuff for us to play football. Sometimes he would have like field goals. And then when we wanted to play baseball, we'd play baseball in his front yard. And he had this little tiny front yard, but we play home run derby, and it was just awesome. David was very creative. He created a basketball court in his bedroom, a full court basketball court, and the goals were like 6 foot tall, and we would hoop on those things like they were real basketball goals. But I'm telling you, if me and David were on the same team, you couldn't beat us. You could not beat us. Me, David, and Jonathan, telling you, we were like, we had nicknames: John Boy, Billy, and Willie. That's what his daddy. That's what David's daddy named us. But yeah, back to what I was saying about David. He had all the toys and all, all the fun things, and he always shared with us. You know, he always wanted everybody to have a good time. He was always positive. He was funny. He wasn't like a goofball, but he was funny. His sarcasm was something else. I just wanted to, shout this guy out because, like I said, I learned a lot from him, and he was my brother, and he still is. I love the guy to death. Even when we became teenagers and we started going to separate schools, we stayed in touch. I was still at his house almost just as much as I was when we went to private school. But when we became, adults or whatnot, you know, as people we grow. Sometimes you can grow stronger, and sometimes you can grow apart. And he and I kind of like grew apart a little bit. He he went into learning about computers and web designs and stuff like that, and I was just hung up with girls, running the streets, just being dumb. But I mean, we all, go through life the way we go through it. David eventually turned what he learned into income, and now that's what he does for a living. He's his own boss. He works with other people, but he's his own boss, and I'm so proud of him, man. Like, that man has grown so much. There's so much more to him too. That's his business. I don't want to put all his business out there, but that man has overcome a lot, even though he had a lot growing up. But just because he had a lot doesn't mean he didn't have his issues. But I'm so proud of him, man. David, I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, I love you, man. You like everything, man. Your family, your daddy, love that guy. Cindy, love her. Cindy's family, love them as well. But yeah, he continued, to pursue his career, and he's doing well. He's living in Arizona now, and he can do, he wakes up, he makes his own schedule every day. He he plays golf on a regular basis, and he's become so good at golf. It's incredible. He has a YouTube channel. I'll have to link it in, the descriptions later. Um, but yeah, he has. I don't know, that guy. He's just grew up so much, and he's excelling in life. And I'm striving to be more like him. I haven't quite gotten to that point yet, but one day at a time. You know, we all go through things the way we go through them. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about today. You know, I wanted to talk about him, but my next video, I'm probably going to talk about my boy Jonathan. But yeah, David, I just wanted you to know, I wanted to give you your flowers and, tell you how, how I appreciated having you as a friend growing up. You were the best. But anyways, if y'all like the video, just, hit the like button, subscribe, and I promise you there's going to be more content. And eventually I'm going to get to the point where, you know, I'm talking about other things and I'm reviewing products that I like. So this is going to be a fun little journey. I'm excited. And I hope y'all are too. But anyways, that wraps up what's good with good. And I'll talk to y'all later.